Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
Grand Rising, and thank you all for joining us on this Wednesday edition of the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. I'm Naima Latif, and we'll be joined by our co-host Kareem Hamid and a special guest. We want to introduce you to royalty. You know, many times we speak of our ancestry and being kings and queens in Africa. Well, what does that actually mean? Well, today, on the eve of our Black History Month beginning in February, we want to take a look at what it really means to be part of a royal family. We have a special guest joining us today. First, let me bring in my co-host, Kareem Hamid, and our American Muslim 360 family, Grand Rising, and thank you so much for being a part of this historic occasion.
Oh, praise be to Almighty God and peace be unto all. I'm so grateful to be a part of this broadcast this morning with our honored guest. I'm truly looking forward to hearing from him, Naima. Praise be to God.
So we're about to bring him on. Before he comes on, tell us what has been, when you hear about kings and queens in Africa, what was your impression of what it meant to be part of a royal family? What information did you have about that?
I saw it as a great responsibility, a very large responsibility, governing and looking out for the welfare of their 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 subjects. You know, sometimes we think of all they're living in a life of luxury and all of that, but they have a heavy responsibility, a heavy burden on them, and that is to govern equitably and look out for the welfare of their subjects. That is a huge responsibility.
Yes, absolutely. Well, without further ado, I want to introduce you to our special guest, His Royal Majesty, Oba, Dr. Festus Adekunle Adeyemi Alakola of the Akola Ijesa Kingdom in Osun State
in Nigeria, which is in West Africa. Greetings, and thank you so much for joining us, our esteemed guest. We appreciate you so very much for joining us.
I would like to ask, is it all right if I refer to him as Dr. Festus? I can't remember the full name, with this English mouth.
Well, what is that? I did a lot of practice. So, of course, Oba means king in Yoruba. Mm-hmm. And so now, and for our callers who will be calling in, and we will, of course, put the number on the screen for those who would like to call in and speak. But how should they address you? What is the proper way? Should it be Oba, Dr. Festus, Oba,
Thank you very much.
Adekunle,
let me quickly send my royal greeting to everybody, my subject, my continent, especially the Africans, West African, everybody. I'm His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Festus Adekunle Adeyemi. I'm a traditional ruler of Akola Ijesa Kingdom in Osun State, West Africa, Southwest. And you can easily address me as Oba Dr. Festus, as you can pronounce it. Yes, I think it's good. But if you can pronounce it well, it's just simple. It's Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Festus Adekunle Adeyemi. Yes.
Over in front of you and your name.
Yes. Adekunle Adeyemi Alakola.
Yes.
I got it down.
You can even write it down. You can even write it down. I will pronounce it again. I'm a Royal Majesty of a Dr. Festus Adekunle Adeyemi, the consenting and prescribed authority over Akola Ijesa Kingdom. I am a traditional ruler. But simply, you can say Oba Dr. Festus.
That's what I'm going to use.
So, I will accept it. Approved.
Wonderful. So now you have in your hand a cow tail, which is a symbol, I would assume, of royalty. Can you explain about what that means? What does that mean, and how you hold it? What are those things showing us?
Yes, the horse tail you are seeing in my hand is a sign of greeting. When you want to give kudos to somebody, when you talk and you appreciate it, you make it this way. It means you appreciate what he's saying, and it's a sign of greetings. You don't stretch your hand to greet a king. No, it's very wrong. You don't say, "How are you, king?" Bring your hand. You want to shake him. No. This is a sign. It's a part of regalia. It's a part of a royal regalia. It's a horse tail. When you are going along, if you don't pick it up, it means your dressing is not completed. It has to be along with you every time you are going out. You want to greet somebody, you want to tell them you appreciate them. Instead of, you don't make noise, you don't shout, you don't talk at times. You talk with this, you speak with this. Okay. When you shake once, it means, "Oh, how are you?" You shake it twice like this. "Oh, appreciate. God bless you. You continue shaking it. The person you shake it for will be happy. And this is just the sign. If you are not a king, you can't hold this. Mm-hmm. Yes, It is a part of regalia. Thank you.
Well, I learned something new now. Me too. Yes, definitely. Well, there are a number of things I know that a lot of people are wondering. But first of all, how did you get to be king? Is it a historic? I mean, is it a inherited position? How does that position come about that you are now king?
Oh, that's a very good question. Interesting. A person will be a person. We are all human beings.
Yes.
But something unique is when you are born into a royal family, you are automatically a prince. And a prince can become a king at any time on selection. Either you are firstborn, you are secondborn, you are thirdborn, you are third child, you are whatever, you are what number. Once you are a prince, there is a standard qualification for you to become a king because you are born into royal family. If you are not born into royal family, you can't become a king, either by inheritance or by you born into that family. So you are automatically a prince and a king to be. And that is how we select a king, right from the prince.
So I
If
have
you are born into royal family.
yes, sir.
Mm.
Who would make the selection as to who would be king?
Very good. Yes, among the family,
Oh,
I am Adeyemi the third. That is, my forefather is the first king.
mm-hmm.
The second one is the second king. I am the third.
All right. Okay.
Here, Adeyemi the third. So I am the third. Now the family will now get themselves together and say, okay, who do we want to pick as a king? Everybody will show interest based on the good performances of each child
Yes.
in the house. You know, a king has many wives.
Yes.
They now anonymously they gather together, they gather themselves together, they have a peaceful meeting, then they single-handed one out
Okay.
without conflict, without crisis. Because part of the responsibility of a king is to maintain a kind of conflict resolution.
Yes. Big job.
So now, good. So we don't want any conflict in between within the royal family. So we are going to pick just one amicably
Mm-hmm.
out of 100, out of 10, out of 15, whatever number. So we are going to pick it. Then when we pick it out, then the selection process, the due process started from that place.
Okay.
Because secondly, it has to involve government. When we pick our own, we make our selection, the government will come and make a screening
Mm-hmm.
to pick a final candidate.
Right. Okay. All right.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Well, that sheds a lot on a light on a lot of things.
Right.
It is very simple, very, very simple.
And who better to select than people that know you, your family, you know what I mean? They know your morals, your intellect, your fortitude. Uh,
Absolutely.
that is a wise decision because they know you.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
through the head of the family. Because each family has to have one head
Yeah.
of the family, head of the family. Then by name, they will know you are a prince.
Yeah.
Because the word Ade, A-D-E means crown.
Ah,
It means
This is
what,
the meaning.
please?
crown.
Yes. A-D-E means crown. This is the crown here.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
When you hear my name, Adekunle, Adekunle, it means Ade is plenty in the royal family. That is the name. That is the meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Adekunle, Adeyemi. The forefather's name is Adeyemi. That is, the crown fit my head. Adeyemi, Adeyemi, crown fit
Yeah.
my head.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
And
fascinating.
since you put this crown, nobody will ever see your head again. Nobody.
Ah,
Oh.
Like my brother opened a said like this. No, no, no. In the royal family, you don't do that.
Right. I see. I see.
Yes, in the royal family, you have what we call net. You put net like this. You can see it.
Yes.
See my head again? I put off the crown. You can see it again.
Yes, sir.
I can't pull off this.
Right.
Yes, if I want to sleep, it has to be sleeping with me. If I want to wake up with me. I want to bath with me. Then this is my crown.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Well, I have another question then. What exactly does a king do? Is it governmental? Do you interact with the politicians, or is it more cultural? What are your day-to-day responsibilities?
Yeah, that's a very good question. We have a lot of responsibilities loaded, very, very loaded, attached with that government issue. Because we cannot do without working with government. We cannot do without working with the politics. The politicians are part of us. Because our subject is going to vote for the government. And it is our responsibility to enlighten our subject. The way you should vote for your own candidate. You don't select for them. You have to allow them to vote for the candidate of their choice. So a lot of responsibility. Yes. Apart from that, we have what we call conflict resolution to make sure there is peace every day. Peace when you are coming in, peace when you are going out, peace in every corner of your community. You have to, yes, we call them into a meeting. Then apart from that, we have what we call magistrate court. In magistrate court, you see a king there. A king will be the judge. In the palace, we have court. A king will be the judge. Where husband and wife are fighting together, you call them into order, you call them to the palace. You make amicably settlement. This one we say is grievances. The wife will say her grievances. Then you couple them together. You talk to them in the language they will understand. They know you are a king. Once you call them, you give them an instruction. Please don't do this again. That is part of what we are doing in the royal throne. Apart from that, we are responsible to the welfare of our people, of our subject. Yes, that is why we need money to maintain them. We give them money, we buy them food items, we see to their welfare. Apart from that, government too will help us. At least we are getting salary from the federal government, we are getting salary from the state government, we are getting salary from the local government. Part of that money is used to maintain our subject. Used to see to their welfare of people, see to a stranger coming in, give them shelter, accommodate them. That's part of the job we are doing. Apart from that, we have to make sure we have an adequate security for our people. Get them security, make sure they live in a safety area. Make sure your environment are so safe that no terrorists can come inside and invade away your subject. So we have a lot of responsibility. At times, we don't have time of our own.
No.
Because as the visitor is coming in, another one is going, another one is coming in, another one is going. To see that, yes, we are doing what we can do. So a lot of responsibility loaded. At times you cannot even go. Yes, at times you cannot even go to vacation.
You are somewhat the go-between government and the people. You know what I mean? A linkage. And that's
Yes.
a heavy responsibility, no doubt about that.
Yes.
Yes, sir. With titles come a heavy responsibility, and we are grateful that you are meeting that. For real. This is an education for me. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, of course,
Exactly.
we've got viewers that are chiming in, and Ambassador Collins Undubusi Alagu says, "Long live the king!" Yes, we have some of your countrymen calling in, and we've also got a comment. Now, you are going to be coming here to receive the Nelson Mandela Freedom Award, which, of course, is a very powerful statement. We know that Nelson Mandela represents so much in terms of resiliency and hope for the people. And this will be at the We Dream in Color Humanitarian and Unity celebration this summer. And we have the chief who has made a comment today. Chief Dr. Quentin Tamba Taylor de Alexander, who also has recently received a Nigerian title. And he says, "Good morning from America. Ambassador Collins and Undubusi Alagu to Nigerians globally. One love, Chief Tamba Taylor, aka Are Ijesa of Akola Kingdom." Newly received title and honor and position of chief, and he's been doing quite a phenomenal job in bringing so many of the African diaspora together.
Yes.
So, one of the things that we take a look at, because, all of us are spread all over the world, and you mentioned that a lot of your work is in handling conflicts and being able to smooth out differences. When it comes to the whole royal structure, kings, queens, and so forth, and you say, of course, there are wives involved. For a woman to become a king, does she need to be born into the royal family? Does she have to marry the king? Like, what happens to the daughters of the king? Do they eventually become queens, or how does that line of succession work with that?
Yes, that's a great question. You see, this is a part of exchanging of culture.
Right.
When we talk about exchanging of culture, I try to open your mind. I try to open your knowledge. I try to open your wisdom so you can have this an idea. A king can have many wives.
Mm-hmm.
Many wives. All the female child that are born into that family, into that royal family, is automatically a prince. A female child that born into that family is a princess.
Okay.
A princess can go out to marry any other person. It's not important they should go and marry a king. They have their own right to go and marry whoever they want. The prince also can go out to marry any woman he likes, any lady he likes, any female child of another family he likes. So those are the history. Now, a king now has that right to say, oh, this is going to be a king when I am off to join my ancestor. He has that knowledge of his mind. So he'll be taking that child out, that prince out, wherever he wants to go, like a meeting, like gathering of a king. He'll be teaching that child how to behave, how to dress, the entrances, how to speak in gathering. He'll be teaching that child. So eventually, when the king pass on, pass away, people knows this is the next king from that royal family. And that is the structure. It never change.
That is fascinating.
I see a lot of wisdom in that, in preparing the next leadership.
Very good. Very good.
Child. Beginning
Prepare the child. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And you have another greeting from your brother. It says, Grand Rising, my king, Oba Adekunle Adeyemi. Yes. We have people who are, of course, listening all around the world, calling from all around the world. And we have the number on the screen. If you wish to call in, 727-731-5192 on the on-air radio network. And we're trying to also make sure that they can call in on the American Muslim 360 conference line. I think we had a little bit of feedback on the line. We're trying to see if we can clear that up. We want to make sure that everyone who wishes to speak can be heard. And certainly we look forward to answering your questions, because we have many, having not had the opportunity to be involved in the culture and the
structure.
Yeah.
As you pointed out, makes a lot of sense when it comes to how we settle things. Yeah. And so I believe that there are a lot of things we can learn from that structure. There are a lot of things that we can perhaps even incorporate in our local communities when it comes to having people who we trust and we believe have wisdom to help settle differences. I think that's possibly what's missing.
Yes.
A mediator. Yes. We have different culture, different culture in diversity. The regalia I am wearing now is a part of culture.
Okay.
Yes. Even the color is a part of culture. Even this is a part of culture. This is royal stick, royal walking stick.
Oh.
I see it. Now, we have different cultures, especially, let me say, in Nigeria. We have a structure, a culture that we do every year. Like my own situation, I have a culture I do every year. People will come from Brazil, UK, America. Everybody will come. Then they see me. They see my face once in a year.
Okay.
We call it Akola Ijesa Day, an Ijuoba cultural festival. What do I mean by Ijuoba? I will come out once in a year to dance in a horse.
Okay.
Everybody want to see king dancing with horse. I will be on top of my horse, begin to dance. What do we want to achieve from this? We want to achieve people coming together to know themselves. A black man will come, a white man will come, every colors will come, every language will come. We talk to ourselves, we identify to each other, we make an introduction. Where do you come from? I come from America. Where do you come from? You come from South Africa. You may take my number, I will take your number. So therefore, everybody are buying different cultures, taken away to their town, to their state, to their country, to every nations. So that is why every culture spread.
Yeah.
We have what we call masquerade festival. What do I mean by masquerade? We call it Egungun in Yoruba, where the masquerade will cover his face. Nobody see his face. He will be dancing in many colors, dancing. Everybody will be following him. Everybody will be following. We'll be praying for everybody. Why are we doing that? We are doing it because we want to know each other. Yes. Bring your culture, I bring my own culture. We gather our culture together. We gather everything together. Then I pick the one I like, the one I love most, picking out of the culture. And we have every cultures that attract people.
You know, in
The
Quran, the Creator says to us that I gave you many colors, nations, and tribe, so that you get to know one another.
Yes, that is the major. That is the major thing. We are doing that cultural festival,
right? To
really know each other. Where do you come from?
Yes.
Bring the culture of your country. Let me see it. How does it look like?
Mm-hmm.
Let us achieve something together. Like Alexandra now. Right. Yes, like Alexandra now is a man of wisdom. He has a very great project. When I see his project, I made him Are Atayeshi. What do I mean by Are Atayeshi? That is the president of who bring many colors.
Yes.
Many colors to each country. Mm-hmm. When we say Atayeshi, that is the man who bid goodness all over. Yes. When you see something is about to collapse, you bring it together. This culture is going down. Let us know each other. This one is doing this. Let us bring ourselves together. Then we know each other. And that is why I made him my chief. He's my chief. Are Atayeshi. Atayeshi means everybody who is going everywhere to repair the world. To make it meaningful. Yes, to make it meaningful to people. That is the meaning of Atayeshi. Aye means the world, the global world. That is the meaning of Aye. When we say Atayeshi, that is Atayeshi rebuild, remold, giving us good model.
Yes.
Yes.
Bringing good things from bad things.
Yes.
Somebody will think this thing is bad, but my Atayeshi will say no, it's not bad. Let me rebuild it, and it will come out with positive something. That is why I like him. I so much like him. That is why I gave him that title, Are Atayeshi. The meaning of Are in Yoruba, in English, is president. So he's the president worldwide. Everywhere he goes, everywhere he goes, he represents me. He represents the kingdom. And that is why. So when you are bringing culture together, is a kind of share that knowledge.
Yes.
Let everyone know what you are doing. Mm-hmm. Let me know what you are doing in your country.
Right.
Like in our country now, we have what we call food exhibition or farming exhibition. Mm-hmm. At the end of the harvest season, every farmers will bring their own product. They bring it out, like cocoa, millet, potatoes, rice, all other goods. Then the Ministry of Agriculture in the federal government, in the state government, in the local government, they come together. They come and give an assessment. Oh, this product is good. Why? What happened that your product is not good? So they listen carefully. If you need fertilizer, they give you fertilizer. If you need machinery to till the ground, they give you machinery to till the ground. And that is how we have been collating every culture together to make a meaningful something, to have a positive answer to each angles in the community.
Yes. Well, that is very powerful, and it really shows how the people have the ability to create unity and peace and structure and make sure that all the people are taken care of. You know, in this upcoming event, the We Dream in Color Humanitarian and Unity celebration, there will be many people from across the world that are coming that are going to be honored. And our dear brother, Chief, of course, Dr. Quentin Tamba Taylor de Alexander, who is also Are Atayeshi,
Yes.
of Akola Kingdom.
You got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
You know, he's an excellent ambassador for this kind of thing because he's been doing this
Yes.
across the world.
Yes.
And what we need more of is to honor those who are making possible for us to become that unified people. Now, in Nigeria, I know that there are a number of other ethnic groups. How many major ethnic groups are there, and what are the languages that people speak?
Oh, before I come to that, let me quickly say I have fully accepted of coming to Chicago for that award. I'll be coming from Nigeria. Bringing many people coming down to me. A lot of kings are joining me down there to receive that award.
Wonderful.
It's a welcome idea. Now, coming to the ethnicity group in Nigeria, we have almost 250.
Wow.
250 speaking different languages. My own part is Yoruba. But the general language in Nigeria is English. Where you speak, everybody will understand. In my own part is Yoruba. I'm from Western area, which I can call Western region. We have West, we have South, we have East, we have Northern area. The Northern area is Hausa. They speak Hausa. When they want to say good morning, they say Inakwana. Do you wake up? Good? They say Kuntachila here. Then the person will respond Lapialo. So those are the things. In my community, I have Hausa there living in my own community, and I can hear their language very well because I traveled to northern area. Igbo too, they have their own language. They can tell you good morning, then they give you their language. Another, we have Ijo, we have Urobo. We have other tribe. We have Tifi, we have Ishekiri, we have Ushoko, 250 group. So, and we are living together.
Thank God.
We understand ourselves.
Yeah, that's
don't have any conflict. We don't have any crisis. We understand ourselves. When Igbo come to my community, we accommodate him. Then gradually, we understand ourselves. Mm-hmm. The Igbo will speak Yoruba. The Yoruba will speak Igbo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Yoruba will speak Robo.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting my point? So we understand ourselves very well.
Right. Yes, very unified. That's good.
Yes.
One another.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break and come right back, and we will take some callers from our listeners. And if you're listening online and want to join this conversation, give us a call, 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you. And of course, if you're on the switchboard of the American Muslim 360 channel, that conference call line, we certainly want to hear from you as well. And we will take your comments after this quick break. And you are listening to and watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. I'm Naima Latif, along with our co-host, Kareem Hamid, and our special guest, a king from Nigeria, Oba Dr. Festus Adekunle Adeyemi Alakola of Akola Ijesa Kingdom, Osun State in Nigeria. And we will be right back. And of course, we invite you, if you have comments, to write them in. If you're watching us on our Facebook or YouTube channels, you write in your comments and we will certainly share them with our viewing audience. And we will be right back after this quick break. So stay with us.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating, empowering, interactive conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. Wednesdays, Repairing Family Relationships with Naima and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Veggie Brunch Live with Angela. Fridays, Health and Well-Being with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Global Talks with Zana. Second Saturday, Walk in Your Divine Authority with Mama Joy. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. Fourth Saturday, be a judge on the virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest. And fifth Saturday, join us on location as we conversate at the Elevate Cafe, owner Jackie Brooks. Sundays, join us 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Go to thefemalesolution.com to join us on our video or audio live streaming platforms. Listen at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in on the Blog Talk Radio Network 515-605-9325 or call in and comment on the On Air Radio Network 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you.
And we are back. You're listening to and watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. And I believe we have a caller on the line, 727-741. Your mic is open.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Martha Naila.
Yeah, walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Thank you. I am thrilled to hear this. This definitely with our live organization, I say live, Naima and Imam Kareem Hamid and all our listeners, God's peace be upon you, especially to our guests. I want to know, as everyone is joining together, is there and forgive me if I've missed this if you mentioned it, about future plans, such as extending it out to our communing and the future of the 50-year plan or something that gives us guidance to stay connected?
So I guess she's looking more in terms of what is the vision that you have for Nigeria, and now, of course, that we are, coming into a new era, modern era. What is the vision for Nigeria's future in your opinion? Which that's a big one. And because a lot of it, you look at the changing times, the technology, and Nigeria being, I know it's an oil-rich country, but we know that there are other things that are being developed. So I think Martha and Nyla, what you're looking at in terms of what is the vision for growth for the nation that the king has? Is that kind of the idea that you're expressing?
As it relates to our connecting, within that future vision or that vision, that it shows that we can benefit both one another, as we group together, and we have some kind of plans as it includes Nigeria. As we're here in the United States, I'm here in the United States.
Oh, the plans for unity, yes.
I understand what you're asking, Martha. Nigeria is an oil-rich region. And I have noticed other areas on the continent are reaching for economic independence. You know, the colonialists, they still have a heavy sway over the economy of those countries. And matter of fact, I know that there is an effort on the continent, period, to extract themselves from control of the economy from the past three colonial countries that had dominated them. There is a movement for economic independence. Yes.
Well, also, I think with the internet, we have such a capability of being connected all over the world in a way that we never have before. And that's one of the reasons for this kind of a show, because we know that our part of our disconnection was not being able to speak to each other and understand and learn much of what we are learning today. And now that we are connected, we have a global family that we're talking to every day. We have a chance to understand more about what each country needs and even develop trade agreements,
Yes.
things like that, and to expand and expound on what we have been able to achieve as a people. So, but let's hear from the King. Are there particular products that Nigeria is bringing to the world marketplace that perhaps we will know more about because we do have these kind of communication systems?
Thanks so much. You see, we have a lot of things we are bringing down. We are bringing down to the international market, and Nigeria as whole is open to investors. Everybody knows we have gold. It's never an history. We have oil. We have mineral resources. We have cocoa. We have coffee. We have everything it entails to fill the international market. So Nigeria is open for everyone to come, investors, to come and see by themselves.
Yeah.
We are a rich country.
Yes.
You know it. We are a rich country.
That's right.
I can boldly tell you we are a rich country. Where I build my palace, I build it, I sat on gold. I sat on raw gold, even in my community. So we have everything in the tails to make us comfortable. We have that capability to carry everybody along. To carry everybody along. Let them come and see by themselves. Nigeria is a peaceful country. It's a peaceful country. We are inviting everybody to come and see. The economy in Nigeria is very stable. We have stability on the economy. So very, very stable. There is no doubt about that. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we've got a comment from one of our viewers. Jackie Sharp says, "Good morning, enjoying your show." And of course, our brother says, "Grand Rising, Jackie Sharp." Yes, she's also someone who is, one of the powerful people who are making a difference. And of course, she says the plans is to bring qualified people to the table to collectively, whose actions speak louder than their words, to redesign the blueprint so we all prosper together in unity. And that is one of the things that the upcoming event, the We Dream in Color Humanitarian and Unity Awards, will be doing. There are people who have been doing the work out in the trenches over the years that will be honored with doctorate degrees. I, of course, will also be one of the doctoral honorees, and I'm looking forward to
Congratulations, Naima.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to all of my friends and supporters and people that I've been working with over the years to come on down and
Celebrate.
Celebration. Absolutely. We will make that happen, because this is a chance for us to recognize the work that we have been doing, the work that many others around the world have been doing. And of course, rulers such as the King here that is adding to, have been adding to the peace and the cooperation, which is so needed. And of course, he has been, as we'll show some of the images, he has been an influential person in that process that we're looking forward to honoring, especially because we have long needed to make that connection to the motherland and to encourage global travel and interaction and communication. So another thing that, we've often wondered about when we, those of us who are living abroad, are considering sometimes repatriating, or as they say, or becoming
dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship. Is that something that can be made possible with Nigeria, dual citizenship? Like if a person wanted to relocate and become a Nigerian citizen, what would be that process if they chose to do that?
Is that question for me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, very, very simple. Very, very simple. Before I became a king, I am a retired officer from immigration. I attended School of Security and Criminology. I'm a security man. Once you follow a process, a procedure, there is a structure laid down for someone to come to Nigeria, either to come and visit, either to become a citizen. You have to have a kind of a program, a kind of structure, a kind of mindset. What are you coming to do in Nigeria?
Right. Add value.
Yes. Are you just coming there for fun? Are you coming there for business? Are you coming there for a project? Are you bringing something down to Nigeria from abroad or from diaspora? So those applications has to be known by the official of immigration. Then you follow each procedure, they give you your visa. Eventually, when you apply for the agreement, they give you your citizenship. So it's very simple. Very simple. Yeah.
We know that Nigeria is a very rich country, and living here in the West, I being very careful or very assiduous, we should look for investment opportunities in a country such as Nigeria. Look for investment. I think that's a jewel sitting right in front of our faces. And if we be careful and invest properly, that connects us with that country, the culture, and everything else. But I believe we need an exchange of investment. I think that will tie us together, God willing.
Yeah. You are right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yes.
Right. Yes.
Well,
yes, absolutely.
Yes. Well, this picture here of you and the chief, you all have done wonders in terms of giving us some insight about what is possible in terms of the cooperation between nations and bringing of ideas and introducing us back to a royal culture. that I think we need to adopt. We need to honor the wise elders, and that needs to be the means whereby we choose who is going to be in leadership. It's about wisdom and being able to bring people together in unity. That needs to be the criteria for how we choose our leaders. And if we did that, then I believe our society would be much better. I believe we would prosper much more if we were to listen to the wisdom of the elders and lift those up among us who have proven, as the king said, proven that they have the ability to negotiate and to create harmony between people who might have been going through discord. So are these skills that are learned as a child? When did you start your training as, I guess, a future king? How old were you when your parents began molding you for that position?
As far back as I think 8 years. I think 8 years, about 8 years of age. The picture you are seeing here is a kind of exchanging culture. Exchanging culture. There, you know, a custodian. We are the keepers of culture. Now, when you are a small child born in a royal family, then the king, your father, will be bringing you out, taking you along wherever he is going to. Put you a kind of regalia like this. You see the cap I'm wearing in this picture is mainly for Yoruba people.
Ah.
Yes, mainly for Yoruba people, not for any other tribe. Yoruba people. We call this cap Abetiaja. Name Abetiaja. Yes, you can see it. I try to cover it this way. I cover it that way. So it's Abetiaja. Are you getting my point? So
yes.
that's it. Then they will teach you how to become a king. Now, this is it. Can you see it?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, I see it.
You see?
Ah,
yes.
That is modern day crown of a king.
This is my crown now. Then you can see it.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
You see it? Now, this is what we call Abetiaja. It's mainly for Yorubas. So your father then, your forefather then will be teaching you how to go a long way, put on your cap, dress like a king. Then eventually when you now become a king, it won't be new to you.
Yes.
It won't be new to you. This is just it. You can see it. So your father will be teaching you how to interact with people, how to prostrate for elders. When we want to greet somebody in Yoruba, when anybody wants to greet me, all their body will be down. They prostrate. The two hands will be in front. The two legs will be back. Their chest will be on ground. That is how they greet king. So all those trainings, my father trained me about, I think 50 years ago. I am closer to 70 now.
Oh.
I am closer to 70. I was born May 30, 1959. And I've been a king now over 20 years. I became a king when I was 40 years. You can calculate them together. There you know my age. So all those things have been put in place. So nobody will say, you don't know what you are doing. They will be telling you stories, history, the real history, how this one was made, how this one was made. If you want to go to this place, you consult this. you do this, they will be training you. All those kind of a thing. And that is part of culture we are talking about. Dressing is a part of culture. You cannot see me wearing a shirt and trouser. It's not my culture.
Right. Right.
This big regalia, we call it agbada. This is my culture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yes.
Well, that.
So I try to train Ataishe too. So Ataishe has this type of cloth, regalia. So you begin to see him wearing it. So that's part of culture. You have to go undergo training for some period of years. You know the name of kings in your territory. You know all the name of the king in Nigeria. Know all the names from the state. You know everything. So nobody will tell you you don't know anything because your father has trained you properly. Thank you.
Oh, that is brilliant. Yes.
He is mentioning something that's very valuable. He's using the culture. Culture is so precious, so necessary. A culture, to have a culture. I believe we are here in the States. We have somewhat weakened the culture that we had, and we have to reestablish our culture. I know that's a necessary. We must have that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that is one of the things that we hope to do. And that's why we have been working so diligently to maintain our global audience every day, because I think one of the things that we have been missing has been the culture.
Yes.
And we know that just the fact that our behavior shows that we are not aware of the royalty that we represent and that we have always represented, and that if we knew this, we would behave differently. We would most definitely have more pride, more self-respect, and we would be presenting ourselves differently in the world than we are. So it's necessary for us to begin, just as you begin teaching children early on, it's necessary for us to start teaching our children early who they are and what they represent, and the fact that
what they're going to become in future.
Yes.
What they're going to become in the future. And I believe that once we do this, we will begin to see a difference in them, because they will have a sense of pride and respect for who they are. And this is what we want to share. And I believe we've got a few more. Of course, we want to make sure we get our last comments before we go. And Martha Nyla, you had another comment?
Yes, and that's exactly what I was referring to. So, Naima,
yes.
What we can do by being together, the return to the admonishing of our elders in a way that is broad, rather than just, with family reunions. Even family reunions, we've gotten away from. I don't know if we ever calculated that into our family reunions, but that we can truly benefit from connecting with one another. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Martha Nyla. And thank you, our dear King, who has been with us, Oba Dr. Festus Adekunle, I'm sorry. Oba Dr. Festus Adekunle Adeyemi,
Alakola.
Yeah.
I got it right.
You're right. You're right.
Ijesa of Akola, Ijesa Kingdom, and Osun
Yes. Yes.
in Nigeria. And thank you for lifting up the chief here, who has brought some nations together. We see that you are one who is a great mentor, leader, and ambassador for.
Yes, it's an intellectual.
Yes, and that is what is so needed. And we're looking forward to the upcoming event, the We Dream in Color Humanitarian and Unity celebration. And we'll be speaking more about that as it approaches this summer. And we're looking forward to seeing all of our African family from across the world coming to join
We
us.
are getting ready. We are getting ready.
We're getting ready.
Yeah, we are getting ready.
Yes. Well, thank you so very much. Thank you. Of course, my wonderful co-host, Kareem Hamid, and thank you to the King. We are looking forward. Yes, right now. Yes.
Beautiful. I
Thank
might find me one of those tails.
Yeah.
Yes. That's beautiful.
Yes. Well, now we know what it means. You got the
Yes.
King.
Yes.
He
My
was
brother, I see
educated.
you when I see you.
Oh,
Yes. We're gonna
I
get
see
him.
you
We're
when
gonna
I
get
see
him
you.
here we'll get him here for the celebration, so he can meet you here.
Yeah, we are going to be there together.
I would love it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, thank all of you for joining us this day on the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. And join us every day. We are live and on the on-air radio network. And we always have fantastic people to bring us insight and remind us of the wonderful purpose we have here in this world in this time, because we are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. And we are going to greet our global family as we say thank you.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jaref. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.